Hi, I'm Amy Kelley, and this is a 30-minute Bring Your Own Baby class. So we're going to start today with a comfy spot for your baby, so a blanket below them, and then something for you to sit on just to prop your seat up a little bit. And I always like to begin with the breath. So whether baby's content on their blanket or they're in your arms, let's just acknowledge how powerful the breath can be. So taking a couple moments to lengthen your breath, just see how it feels to notice the breath moving through your body and maybe even moving belly into your baby's body if you're holding them. And I want you to, with your next exhale, just breathe out something that didn't go as planned today or yesterday or this week. See if you can let that go with your next exhale breath. And then as you inhale, feel proudness, something that you feel super proud of that happened this past week or even this morning or today. Maybe it's something as simple as taking a shower or asking for help, getting out of the house with your baby alone, such a huge thing. All of these little celebrations we have during this season of life. Just breathing into gratitude for every tiny and every big accomplishment. And let's join our palms to our heart space, prayer position, and we'll take an Om together and just feel that vibration kind of move through your body. The babies love the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in. Just let your arms rest in your lap. Just start to move through the head and the neck, one ear to shoulder. Just opening up any congested areas in the neck, the shoulders, the jaw. And taking your hands forward, let's just kind of roll out the wrists and wiggling the fingers, stretch and squeeze a couple times. And we will do a little short sequence of infant massage, which we include in all of our BYOB classes that we do at Blooma. So let's rub our palms together, creating a little bit of warmth between your hands. And then you'll bring your palms on baby and just see if you can feel their breath. Feel their bodies moving. I always say babies are the best breathers. So they really are our teachers. If you find yourself dysregulated, just looking at your baby, breathing, their belly moving up and down. can help you find that calm energy to manage this busy time. And one hand at a time, just palming from the chest down to the diaper line. And gentle touch, not like you're tickling and not a deep pressure, just kind of somewhere in between. And then let's draw heart shapes from the sternum up to the baby's shoulders, all the way down to their low belly. And tracing that heart up and around. And sometimes you can even just sing the movements to baby. And we'll move to the lower belly, the digestive tract, in a clockwise motion, just tracing a circle. Sometimes this helps with little gas bubbles. Sometimes it doesn't, but we try everything, right? And we'll move to the lower body. You're going to start with one leg and stick with that leg for a couple minutes. So you're just going to squeeze and release baby's muscles, moving from the hip all the way down to the foot. Just gentle hugging in and releasing, avoiding any pressure along the knee joint or the ankle joint. And then taking baby's foot, you can thumb from the heel up to the toes, and then roll the ankle gently in each direction and count their toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll move on to that other leg, starting with the hug and release. That massage from the thigh all the way down to the ankle. And then you can rotate the ankle in each direction. And thumb from the bottom of the foot. Just some pressure along the sole of the foot all the way up to the toes, and then wiggle each toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's gently just do a little bit of stretches for baby's legs and some fun movements. And sometimes as the parent, I like to just kind of stretch my own body into a different position. And we're just going to nudge their knees in towards their belly. I like to sing to add a little bit of fun. Bicycle, 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 bicycle. Bicycle, 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 bicycle. And then adding in a little twist side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. We'll come back to center, stretching their feet towards you, toes to you, knees to baby, toes to parent, knees to baby. One more time, toes to parent, knees to baby. And then you can gently relax their legs and then slowly move onto the arms and just kind of squeeze, that squeezing motion, gentle release, hug and release as you move down the arms. You can do the arms kind of at the same time. And then just a little pressure in their palm. They might naturally kind of curl their fingers around your finger. And if they're up for it, you can try just gently stretching the arms open and shut, crossing the arms across their body. Open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. And we'll gently release the arms, and then we'll end our little massage time with a facial massage. So I always like to end with the face because I think it can be a lot to start with that space. So kind of ending by just tracing the features of their face and telling them kind of what you're tracing. So eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth. Just taking your time there, moving through different parts of the face, and the ears and the chin. And then once you're finished with that facial massage, we'll take babe and just pull them up towards you, and you can give them a little hug and little smooch if you want, and ask them if it's okay if you do some yoga. And then if they're content, you can set them back down and we'll get started with parent sequence. So part of kind of baby feeling safe is just kind of being in your vision. So I always make sure I'm kind of right above baby, and I can always move my body for different stretches. So as we're settling in here, I'm gonna have you come into a child's pose and just stretching the arms forward and the hips back. And then maybe your hands are just kind of hugged around baby's arms or legs, just to let them know you're here. And take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. Breathe in and out. And crawl your hands over to the right off of your mat. And feel the left side of your body receive a nice extended stretch. And then walk hands up and over baby, and to the left. And coming back through center, palms about below the shoulders, and then tilting the tail up, finding some mobility through the sacral area. Tilt, tuck the tail under, rounding the back. Gentle cow and cat. Just moving as slowly as you can, almost exaggerating how slow you're moving. And coming back through center, adding some hip circles in to the mix. And reverse the direction. And then we'll come through center, our first downward dog, lifting the hips up, bend your knees, give yourself that space in the back body, relax your head, your neck. It might feel good to pedal the heels. And as you're ready, crawling the feet or the hands towards each other. And coming into a forward fold, and just swing side to side. Maybe you bob your head front to back. Open and close your jaw. And we'll come all the way up to stand. Palms to your heart center. Just take a moment here, grounding your body. Breathe in. Let it go. Sweep the arms back up high. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. We're gonna plant the palms, step back into plank, lower into tabletop. We'll lower all the way down to cobra. And babies love to hear that hissing sound, pressing the tops of the feet down, a little hiss for baby. Downward dog. Crawl hands and feet towards each other. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Mountain pose. Palms to your heart. Arms sweep up high. Forward fold. Bow down. Half lift. Plant your palms, take your time, step back, tabletop, cobra pose. Little hiss for baby. Downward dog or child's pose. And crawl hands and feet towards each other. Halfway lift. Forward fold. One more time through that sun salutation. Arms reach up. Fold forward. Half lift. Plant your palms. Step back. Journey through. Coming down. Lifting up. Child's pose when you're finished. 3 full breaths here. And come back up through tabletop. And option now to bring baby up with you as we welcome in some postures with them. You're welcome to leave them if they're comfortable, not needing your attention. You can totally do this portion on your own as well. As you come up to stand, younger babies, you can nestle them in. Older babies that have more head control, you can face them out. And we're gonna come into a chair pose. Bending your knees, set your seat back. And we're just gonna go up and down, just moving with our breath. So on the way down, if you can, find that inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. We'll go back into that chair pose and then lift your right heel and bounce, baby, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel, opposite heel lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel, stand tall. You can bring babe closer to you and give him a little squeeze, circle your hips or step it out. Just any counter movements that feel good. And then we're gonna go to face the top of the mat if you're not there already. And we're gonna step that left foot back, right foot forward, left foot back, coming into a high lunge. And again, baby can be nestled at your chest, cradled in your arms, Or those older babies who are a little more sturdy, they can face out and be kind of on that front hip. Option here to add a little dip, bend into the knees, and just track the front knee over the ankle. 2 feet in separate tracks. Up and down, up and down. One more. And we'll lift. If baby's not too heavy, you can kind of lift them up and then pull them back towards you. Good. We'll ground that front foot, step the back foot forward, and just do 3 of those chair squats between sides. Lower and lift. And I always lose count, so we might do less or more. Okay, let's switch sides. Let's ground that left foot. You can step that right foot back. Again, 2 feet in separate tracks. Your back heel might be high off the ground or it might be closer to the ground. Neither is right or wrong. If you already feel a good sensation across the front of that back hip, just stay right here. Otherwise, you can add some movement. Okay, from here I'm going to actually have you move into a warrior 2 position. So we'll switch legs, so it doesn't matter which leg is forward, which leg is back. Coming into warrior 2. And again, option to add that, front hip option if baby's older. Just breathing here. If you have both arms available, stretch them out. See how that feels. Maybe even one arm can stretch out. Big breath in. Let it go. Good. Both hands on baby. Lift baby up towards center. And then we'll do warrior 2 to the opposite side. Bending into that opposite knee. Press into the edge of that back foot. Strong foundation. Good, we'll straighten that front leg, turn the toes in slightly for a wide-legged fold. An option to kind of bring baby on a little ride here. Give yourself permission here to bend the knees, protect your low back. And I'll sing my little airplane song. Airplanes fly in the sky, zoom, zoom. Airplanes fly in the sky, zoom, zoom. Round and round and round they go, way up high, way down low. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And you can bring babe back to you. Take a deep breath in and let it go. We'll step it out or sway it out as we come to back towards the top of the mat. We'll have a seat and time for any hip stretches of your choice. So I am going to show you half pigeon, but if baby needs you, you can always do a seated leg stretch as well, kind of holding them or even just kind of leaning them into your space. Here you can do this on your back, kind of holding baby as well. But half pigeon, you can bring one leg forward, the other leg back, and then you're kind of right over baby so they can see you. I'm just gonna nudge a little support under my one hip for comfort. We'll transition out of the hip stretch on your first side. If there's any counter poses you want to do, like downward dog or wiggling both legs forward, you can try those on before you shift to that other side. And slowly come out of that side, downward dog. If you did half pigeon, that can feel good afterwards. We'll eventually come back down towards the mat, and then we're gonna move onto our backs for the last couple minutes. My baby is content right now, so I'm just gonna kind of nestle in next to them. So again, they know I'm here. And supine one-legged twist or double-legged twist. So if you're holding babe, just do kind of the best you can do and whatever feels good. I'm gonna show you a one-legged stretch. So I'm gonna extend that left leg, right leg pulls in, and then guide that leg across your body. If you have the space, extend your right arm out. And again, if baby's with you, they can kind of nestle in, and you can still kind of see how that feels. We'll come back through center. We'll switch sides. And come back to center. And then any sort of restful position that works for you and your baby. I'm gonna lean onto my side. And if you're able to, even if you're feeding or tending to baby, just see how it feels, at least for a couple of breaths, to close your eyes. Calm that nervous system down. Feel free to continue resting with your little one as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon.